it gives us a chance to reflect back on what's been happening, and it gives us a chance to kind of plan and strategize how we move forward.
Today's episode of C-Level, I'm excited to have Ryan McNeil, former NFL player and the CEO of SportsID. What is good, Ryan?
Everything's good. Chris, thanks for having me. It's nice to be on the show. I look forward to the conversation.
Yeah, me too. So, for the small majority of people that don't know who you are, let's get a little bit of background on you, and then let's dive right into Sports IQ and what you're doing over there.
So, quick and dirty, been around sports most of my life, more than 4 decades. Damn, that makes me old. But nonetheless, mainly as an athlete, executive consultant, and a business person. And so played college football at the University of Miami. We were pretty good back then. 2 national championships, 2 number 2s, 1 number 3. Only lost 5 games in 5 years. That led to me being Detroit Lions' first pick in 1993. Played 12 years in the NFL, 2-time All-Pro, 2-time Pro Bowler, and entrepreneur at heart. So I've always been an entrepreneur, and so Sports ID allows me to combine my 2 passions, sports and technology.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I really have a lot of appreciation for athletes that come out and become entrepreneurs and start these businesses, and do these different things, because sometimes you've got sports as it has a shelf life, right? And so it's like, what's the next thing? And so having guys like you go out there and creating new businesses, you're a man after my own heart. So hats off to you.
Well, I just never wanted to coach. I knew that early. There's a bunch of knuckleheads dealing with, to being teammates, let alone trying to coach them. So I know I didn't want to do that. Wasn't quite sure if I wanted to commentate. I thought I could do it. I thought I could do it well. The only thing that I may do, if the opportunity comes up, is be in management, either on the league level or the team level. But other than that, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, and been one since cutting yards at the age of 8.
So it's more of the business side, management business side that really gets you.
Yeah, building something new, creating things, making things more efficient. As well as I do, the sports ecosystem is big, it's huge. Despite its success, despite its popularity, it's still fragmented, and it's still archaic in a way. And, I always thought that can be a better mousetrap, make things more efficient, more lean. And I think, we may have the opportunity to do just that given the current state of affairs.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about that. So at the time of this recording, it's during the COVID-19. That's why actually we're doing a remote and we're not in the studio recording. But let's talk about that. What's the current state of sports right now because of everything that's going on?
Well, everything's on pause, and I think it gives us a chance to reflect back on what's been happening. And it gives us a chance to kind of plan and strategize how we move forward as far as the ecosystem. And it's going to be really interesting to see who does what. I'm making no predictions, but only one I'll make is that sports space will be better for it. I think that NFL, luckily, the season is in the fall, and they have the advantage of seeing what other leagues are doing. And probably by that time, hopefully, we have some type of vaccine, or at least a path to a vaccine that allow the congregations of people in masses. Being humans, we are communal people, right? We're communal beings, and sports won't be the same without that communal feeling. So there are plans for empty stadiums, plans for tournaments, for seasons to be condensed to tournaments. I think all that's smart. But, I still look forward to the day that you still have filled stadiums, filled arenas, high school, college, and pro, even little league. I think that's what makes us special. I think that's what makes sports special. And I'm looking forward to that day and that time.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting dynamic. I mean, because when you go to a sporting event, that's the whole point. It's like, you just do the roar of the crowd and just everybody, the excitement and stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to evolve. And I'm with you. I think they're in development on this vaccine, and I think as time goes on, things will get a little bit better. We just don't know what that time frame is right now. Let's talk a little bit about SportsID and the technology behind it and some of the things that you have going on over there.
So, Chris, the easiest way to describe SportsID is we're the LinkedIn for sports, with data analytics and statistics built into the profiles. Our overarching goal is to qualify and quantify the entire sports ecosystem. The first product we plan on launching this summer is called Camp ID. Think of Camp ID as the Yelp or Angie's List of sports camps. We sit in the middle of a two-sided marketplace. Camp producers, parents of young athletes looking for camps. We try to match them up easily and efficiently digitally on our platform.
That's great. So it's like a rating system and stuff like that, and they can kind of you can kind of connect these people based on
exactly customized searches through distance, by sport, by gender, by cost, ratings and reviews, and by skill set, which is really important. We divided the youth sports space into 5 different skill levels: beginner, novice, intermediate, advanced, and elite. And we think by doing that, a parent can customize their search and find their most appropriate sports camp for their son or daughter.
That's awesome. That's really cool. So another topic I wanted to kind of hit, you're hearing a lot of the information coming out about using people's image and likeness, especially for like the amateur athletes that are out there. So what's coming?
Well, the chicken's coming home to roost.
Yeah.
The NCAA and organizations like that has made a tremendous amount of money on young athletes, on amateur athletes, right? Amateur athletes. I use the air quotes. And now they've come to recognize that the scales are so disproportionate that they have to do something about it, which is good. I think they're late, maybe a decade or so late. But having a young athlete, amateur athlete, be able to earn money from his or her name and likeness is really important. I think California really laid down the gauntlet. I think Florida is following suit. I think you can see a lot of action in the Southeast, but it's coming. And the NCAA did a really good job of acknowledging that. And I think you're going to see some really interesting programs, platforms, and solutions come out to assist those amateur athletes in monetizing their name, image, and likeness.
Cool. So we're coming up top of the hour here, and like I just wanted to thank you first for coming on the show. But I did have one other question: is what piece? You've been in the NFL, you've started businesses, and you're working a lot with athletes and things like that. So, what would be one piece of advice that you would give someone, especially now, like I said, with COVID going on and the way the landscape is? What would that be?
Plan for the end at the start, right? Start early, plan for it. You don't know when it's going to happen. And if you plan for it, you eliminate the stress. You bring your family, friends in, let them know what the plan is. And the transition won't be easy. It'll be easier. And I think that bit of advice I will leave you with in any young athlete listening.
That's great. So basically seeing the end from the beginning, right? So if you're seeing the end, you're envisioning the end, and then that can help you through the process. I really appreciate that. That is really good information, Ryan. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Be safe. Stay well.
You too. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the episode. If you guys enjoyed it, show some love, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. Also, make sure you check out our exclusive C-Level group on Facebook.